Okay, so I was watching a video recently where someone was talking about friendships and how um it can quietly become one-sided, where people show up for your wins, but they don't really walk through the journey with you. Um, where they don't really ask how you're doing just because they want to know how you're doing, right? And they won't even clock in on a milestone unless you announce it loudly enough that they can't miss it, right? And I was nodding along and I was feeling sane and I was ready to share it with some of my friends on Instagram. Those group of friends that you have that you guys just share reels back and forth and you can laugh about it and everything is fine. I was ready to do that and I was telling myself that yeah, some people really need to hear this. And I was at some point I was quietly making like a mental list of the people I thought that video applied to. I was so completely convinced that it could never be me, you know. And for some reason I started to, think about my own friendships and how there are some where, I felt invisible, quite all right, that's fine. But then there are others where I've been the one, I've been the distracted one. I've been the consumed one. I've been that friend who went quiet, not because I stopped caring, but because my own season got overwhelming and I kind of stopped looking up, right? And I had to sit with that because I honestly think it's so easy to audit people around you and it can be so uncomfortable to turn that same audit lens on yourself and stay honest with whatever it is that you find, right? Um yeah, I think for me there are like different categories of friendships in my life right now, or better put, I think I'm realizing that my friendships don't all need the same thing from me right now, right? Because quite frankly, I do not have a lot of friends. I think I've said it here before. But with the little that I have, we're at different friendship stages, and I'm being more deliberate about seeing them clearly and not just emotionally, not just through the history that we have or the memories that we've shared, but I'm being much more objective, right? I'm looking at things in a more objective way. I know there are some friendships that have like a natural ceiling, which is fine. Those ones where nothing really went wrong, right? I think we just grew in different directions and the connection lives in who we used to, who we both used to be, right? And honestly, that is fine. I've had a couple of that and it's okay, right? There are some others that the love is genuinely mutual and rare. I call it like sisterhood. And I don't think I love them so much, but I'm noticing now that I don't think I've always honored them the way they deserve. And I'm paying more attention to that. Then there's this third one that I'm currently sitting with where they exist somewhere in the middle, right? Where the love is real, but the presence has gotten thin and thin and thin, and it's not one sided, it's on both sides, right? And nobody is saying anything yet. I don't have a clean answer for what to do with that middle category yet, but what I do know is that I can't keep evaluating my friendships only from the side where I feel unseen because that's a partial audit. And before you audit people, right? Before you audit everyone else's contribution to your own life, I think you should also have the courage to audit your own contribution to theirs as well, right? And I think a partial audit, it just lets you off the hook very easily, honestly. And I'm still in this realization. I haven't resolved it, but I think that's the point of paying attention, right? You don't always get the resolution right away, right? But sometimes you just get honesty. And I think honesty is a better place than comfort, right? And I think that can be enough to change the way you show up tomorrow. And I mean that's what's been on my mind, and I just wanted to share it here. Thank you for listening. I'll catch you on the next one.